안녕하세요. 저는 Action Kid입니다. What's up, everyone? We're here in Seoul on a beautiful Monday night, July 28th, 2025. The time is 9:49 p.m. Temperature's 84 Fahrenheit, 29 Celsius. And we are in the Myeongdong area of Seoul, a very happening area. 감사합니다, Kevin Wu. Thank you so much. I figured I'd do a little greeting in Korean before I started. This area is so lively. Definitely a lot happening in Myeongdong. Also a great area if you want to get street food. All mask story. This looks like a cosmetic store. South Korea is a leading place for cosmetics. Hey Marge, no, my mom's not with me tonight. She's resting at the hotel. We did a lot today, so she's like, you go on ahead, live stream. But it's not easy. Every day it's been very hot since I've been here. 35 Celsius plus. That's like 95 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you who don't know the Celsius scale. Here's where you can get your caricature drawn at Caricature Art. Marge says you don't like hot weather. It's very hot in Toronto too. Well, it is summertime. A lot of places are warming up. Sanya, yep, you're gonna hear all the K-pop being blasted on the speakers here. Here's Olive Young Myeongdong. This is the leading cosmetic store in Korea. They kind of make it cute too with all these characters. There's Hello Kitty in the front. Love summer. Although many of you may not love the weather. I mean, I have to deal with it to go explore all these places I want to, whether I like it or not. unlimited data SIM LTE sold here. Let's see how much of a good deal this is or not. 10 days, 38,500 won. 38,500 won is 27.79. I think I paid like 24 for mine, $24 about. I pre-purchased my eSIM before I came here. The wizard asking how late these stores are open. I kind of noticed like starting 11 p.m. this area starts winding down. Maybe we can go head down here. This is the main street in Myeongdong. This is where you'll find most of the street food. This egg bread is very famous here in Myeongdong. It's delicious too. Alfred is asking how are the prices. You can glance at some of them when I pass by. It varies from stall to stall. But for a quick reference, about 10,000 won is $7 US. 5,000 is about $3.50 or so. Here you can get stuff for 8,000. The meatballs, lamb skewers for 10,000. They use big numbers here in Korea. When I go out to sit-down restaurants, a lot of them are usually the fast casual ones where you order from a kiosk. I find myself spending between like $9 to $15 for food and drink, and no tipping. Oh, look at this. Ice cream for 5,000. Sangha Organic Farm. And they take credit card too. He brought out the credit card machine. DSD says, wow, so many people out, people don't need to work tomorrow. Well, some people do work tomorrow, but they still come out. And actually, this is a very tourist area, so many people you see here are tourists. I hear a lot of English spoken here, Cantonese, Mandarin, Japanese. So it's not just the locals here. Yeah, DSC, that ice cream does look good. And there's someone speaking Cantonese. Speaking of, I've even heard Vietnamese spoken too. There's a line to get into the store, it looks like. Someone is guarding the door. Here's japchae for 6,000. You get a small bowl. Marge asked if I'm getting something to eat. Not now, I already ate. So I'm mostly free from these temptations of these street food stalls. I don't like to consume extra calories. Oh, hey, what's up?
What's up again, man?
Yeah, we ran into each other again.
What's up, man?
Hey,
how you doing again?
From Philadelphia.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
How was your stay so far?
Yeah, let's move to the side a little bit.
Yeah, no, how was your stay so far? Here?
Oh, it's been great, man. We've been going a lot of places. Gyeongnam. We went to Hongdae. Hongdae is so busy.
Oh yeah, no, I know, right?
Yeah.
You know, just like grabbing a drink everywhere, man. Yeah. How much longer are you here for, man?
We're here until, let me see, Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I subscribe to your YouTube channel, man.
Awesome.
That's great. That's solid, man. Yeah, like looking at all like the China vids and stuff.
Yeah, it's
amazing,
crazy.
Man. Yeah. No, I just saw you randomly.
I know.
Just wanted to stop by and say hi again. But yeah, no, you're doing, very good work, man. Like I actually like the vids. So yeah, just want to say hi again.
Yeah, man.
Since I just randomly saw you again. So,
crazy.
Yeah, but I'll see you around, man.
All right, take it easy. What are the chances we run into each other again? I know, right? KRN, JPN power for a city of 10 million. I run into the same guy from Philadelphia. Maybe he's staying in this area too. But what's even crazier is I ran into somebody just a week ago. And I also met him when I went to London 3 years ago. So we met each other twice in 2 different countries, completely by chance. If that doesn't tell you the world is small, I can't tell you otherwise. Pork dumplings, 3 for 5,000. Those are the Korean hot dogs they have. The K-dogs, they call them. Oh, Benno. Yeah, that's who I met, Benno. He's in the live chat watching. We'll do another continent soon. Yep. We met each other 3 years ago in London and then a week ago in Vietnam. I was just happening to walk by and he just happened to stop by that corner cafe to get something to eat and he was like, "Oh, isn't that who I think it is?" What are the chances, right? To meet each other twice in 2 different countries in a world so big at that exact moment. Sean says to check out the Dalgona candy. Yeah, once in a while you'll see it on the side. We can head up this way. Hikari massage. I wonder how much that is. 60 minutes for 38,000. So 30 minutes of massage for 38,000 won is $27.43. That seems to be quite affordable to me. I've been to other massage spots that charge way more. Kirk says that's Monday night there. Those people be hanging out till don't they work on Tuesday morning? Well, this is a tourist area, to be fair. So you're gonna see a lot of people walking around that don't live here. What gives you a clue is if you walk by, you listen to all the foreign languages being spoken. Yeah, Adam, a lot of Chinese smoking here. Ungtiro Korea barbecue buffet, 17,900 for one person. All you can eat. So 17,900, about $13 for an all-you-can-eat Korean. Look at this, Cafe Mignon. The name of this store is Fruité. Well, I don't know what the number one sport is here, Kirk. Oh, baseball is famous in Korea? I had no idea.
The fact that it's more than overtime.
We're about to walk out of Myeongdong.
네, 버스 타고 오니까.
Up, this truck is coming by behind me. Yeah, that definitely happens, Jerry. But I use my judgment to decide whether or not to deal with the copyright issues or if I have to mute along the way. There's a lot of music being played here on the streets. I think it's for fried chicken. Korean fried chicken is very famous. Red container adult shop, nobody 19. Kirk says you haven't seen anyone who looks like they're panhandling, must not much of a drug problem here. Yeah, I've noticed that too. There doesn't really seem to be too much of an issue with panhandling here. We're at the Il gas station, line number 2. This is the main street, Ilgi-ro. Anytime you see "ro" at the end of a street sign, it indicates a major street. I guess it would be similar to like Avenue or Boulevard in the US. And then Gil is a smaller street.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally what they do.
Can we cross this way? No, it doesn't seem like we can. We gotta go this way and then left. Sometimes these streets in Korea, they're set up in a way that you have to cross very carefully. It's nice of the bus driver to let me go. And they have arrows on the ground to let you know which way to walk on for better pedestrian flow. From my experience, I've noticed that the drivers in Korea tend to be very respectful towards pedestrians. I can't say the same for many other places I've visited. Like, I found the drivers in Hong Kong to be way worse and speeding very fast. Kirk says definitely better than New York City. And I don't really hear that much honking here either in Seoul. In New York, just a little bit of a traffic jam and you'll hear honking like that. Well, they were honking, but I think they were doing it for the right reason. Not because someone's frustrated in traffic and being like, come on dude, just move up freaking 1 foot in front of you. You got space? I'm tired of sitting in traffic. Like, that's gonna help. People there just honk their horns for fun and not for danger. I didn't see that nomadic life of Noah. Bugs on the street. So this way is the famous Lotte Hotel. I was actually looking into this hotel when I booked my stay in Korea, but decided against booking it. I didn't think it was close enough to Myeongdong. The airport bus does serve the Lotte Hotel directly though. And it's 18,000 for the airport bus. They also take Visa, MasterCard, American Express on site. And these are the pickup times for this airport bus. So very convenient. You don't have to get a taxi. You can just get on the airport bus and drops you right in front of the hotel. My hotel is just a block away from the airport bus. So it's still convenient, but not as convenient as this. And for those of you wondering, 18,000 won to get to the airport is about $13, which I think is quite fair to get to the airport. Now here is the Seoul City Hall. Shay is asking, where do I think is more expensive, Hong Kong or Seoul? I feel Hong Kong's more expensive. But they're not too far off from each other. Yeah, this city hall is a neat looking building. The library building is also very nice to look at. Maybe we'll pass in front of it and I could show you. Buy Me Cola 1 says Hong Kong has a vibe and seaside character. I found myself doing a lot of comparisons between Seoul and Hong Kong. They're actually very similar cities in terms of pricing. If you didn't know this was the City Hall, it's labeled Seoul City Hall, but I knew it was the City Hall. And the Seoul Plaza is in front of the City Hall, right here. This is a really nice public plaza. Seoul, my soul. There's a lot of hotels around here. The Plaza Hotel, the Hotel President, the Lotte Hotel. Hey look, Tim Hortons is even on the ground floor there. City Hall at first, but upon further research, I found out it wasn't. Maybe this was the City Hall at one point. I don't know. I didn't look into it that much. But it's a very nice looking building regardless. The Seoul Metropolitan Library. You know, there is a information board here. I would say there's like a 50% chance this used to be the old City Hall. Yep, it was. The old City Hall was built in 1926 until the completion of the new Seoul City Hall building. That's so cool that they repurposed it into the library. One of the biggest oops moments I ever did on this channel is on the walking video in Toronto, Canada with the most views. I was pointing at the old City Hall and I was like, oh, that's the Toronto City Hall building. And I acted like I knew everything about it, and turns out it wasn't the City Hall building, that was the old City Hall building, and the new City Hall building was in a different area. And that that statement is in that video forever. I mean, technically I was correct because it used to be the City Hall at one point. Yeah, that's right, Marit. Some don't close until 4 or 5 in the morning. So this is the old Seoul City Hall building. It's a noticeable brown spot on it though. And the new Seoul City Hall is right behind it. Very modern. We're in the Gyeongbokgung district, which is the most historical area in Seoul.
잠시만 기다려 주십시오. 세종 장례 청사관이 끝나고
.625 Korean War photo display is showing a lot of intense graphic imagery here, some of which may not be fit for YouTube, so I won't focus on it too much. But it really is a shame that there's still a war ongoing between the two Koreas, South Korea and North Korea. The Korean War is still undergoing. This is a very interesting sculpture. Kind of looks like a unicorn horn. Sean is asking if South and North Korea can reunite together. Well, it was one country before. There's no reason to think that it can't happen again. Whether or not that's possible anytime soon is anyone's guess. Yeah, Senidia, the intersections are huge here because this is one of the main streets. This is Sejong. The street here is named after King Sejong the Great, who was the most famous ruler of Korea of the Joseon dynasty. And he was the one who had Hangul invented, which is the way that Koreans write their language and read their language. We're going to see King Sejong's statue pretty soon. I'm actually not sure what this structure is supposed to represent. Now, there is an information board describing what it is. Many of these historic sites, by the way, are reconstructions because a lot of the historic buildings were damaged or burned to the ground. This monument was erected September 2nd, 1903 to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Emperor, formerly King Gojong's enthronement. Okay, that's what it is. Monument for the 40th anniversary of King Gojong's enthronement. Sounds like you've been here before, Hung Miao. Let's push the wait button, the Korean wait button.
나 안 자고 있으면 만나고 아니면 내일 만나고.
I don't think that one's working. The most famous historic site in South Korea is the Gyeongbokgung Palace, which is at the end of this road. This is a historical war figure. I forgot his name, but very important in Korean history. Admiral Yi Sun Sin, I guess. It's a very impressive statue. And they have the Korean here in Hanja, which was the old way of writing Korean with Chinese characters. Very similar to how the Vietnamese used to write their language using Chu Nom. In fact, some of the subway stations, the exits, they have the Hanja underneath the Korean and the English, and I can read some of the Hanja in Chinese characters. And I've been able to figure out many Korean words just by listening to them. Like there's actually this famous place near Myeongdong called the Namdaemun Market. Nam means south, Dae means big, and Mun is gate. So South Gate Market. And then there's another subway station called Sinyongsan, and Sin means new, Yong means dragon, and San means mountain. So New Dragon Mountain. And Namsan, there's an area called Namsan, that's South Mountain. So if you're a language learner, you can really pick up on some things. And here we are. This is the King Sejong the Great statue. The greatest ruler in all of Korea's history, and the creator of Hangul, the modern Korean writing and reading system. This is a scientific instrument of Joseon. This one I can't read, it's too dark. Oh, rain gauge. This gauges the rain. And this one looks like a calendar of sorts, right? What does that say? Sundial. Yeah, sundial. Tells time. King Sejong the Great statue with the book in his hand. And here they have many of the strokes for the Korean Hangul system. And King Sejong was a very smart man, because I know this from trying to learn Chinese. Trying to remember all those Chinese characters, like thousands and thousands of characters, is a really, really difficult task. And many smart people, including myself, don't have the time to memorize so many characters and to know when a character appears, how to read it or how to pronounce it. So he simplified the language and made it phonetic. I was reading up on the Hangul system. This is how it works. So a word is divided into syllables. So this is one syllable, this is another syllable. And there's a vowel that can be placed here, a consonant, and another vowel. I'm not 100% correct on this, or I don't think I'm saying everything correct because I just was looking into it yesterday, so please forgive me if I make mistakes, but each of these markings has a way to pronounce it, and it's very simple. There's only like so many vowels and consonants that you need to know the pronunciation of, and you can figure out how to say or read the word. Hey, thank you, Dream Machine, for the $2. Appreciate it so much. You missed my epic Asian journeys. I'm glad you're here. And off in the distance there is Gyeongbokgung Palace, which is also a reconstruction, but I went in there and it's really spectacular. U.S. Embassy is across the street. And there's also a exhibition here of the story of King Sejong, where you can actually learn how to read and write Hangul. Adam says, yeah, U.S. Embassy is pretty big. Not as big as many of the other buildings around here, but good to know what it is, where it is, in case I need their help. Like losing a passport or something, that's the first place you'll go. So I think I'd like to make my way back over to Myeongdong. Dream Machine asks if Seoul is futuristic to you, like by a decade maybe. I don't really think it's futuristic. I think this is where it should be in this time frame. Oh, Jerry, I think you mean the Seoul City Hall building. Yeah, that one's a very futuristic looking building. But this is nothing until you get to Gangnam. Gangnam is where all the newer buildings are. Historically, the area north of the Han River, which is Gyeongbokgung, is all older buildings, and then south of the river, Gangnam, is where all the newer construction is. Hey, thanks Amy G with $5 saying, greetings from Miami, when am I coming back to Florida? Appreciate the support, Amy, thank you so much. As for when I'm coming back to Florida, I'll be back when I'm ready. Thanks so much. It's much more pleasant to walk around at nighttime than during the middle of the day. 95 degrees, 35 Celsius. definitely not going to make this light coming up. I might as well cross over here. Oh, these buses are flying. They're going so fast. I guess the walking signal is broken. Yeah, I tried pushing the button here before and it didn't work. It's the same intersection. I think this one might work though.
잠시만 기다려 주십시오. 세종대로 사거리 광화문 우체국 방향 횡단보도입니다. 광화문 우체국
Ray says that's for the blind. Well, it's for me too, because sometimes you're not paying attention to the crosswalk when it changes lights and it has an audible alert. I think it makes crossing the street a lot safer. Why don't we head this way, Cheonggyecheon Road? We could actually walk along the Cheonggyecheon stream. It's a really nice area. This used to be a highway that ran through downtown, and then they tore it down and restored the original stream that was here. At one point, the stream was also a sewer. It's one of the best urban renewal projects that I've ever witnessed. I don't think we'll walk on it for very long because I still like to make my way over to Myeongdong. It's so nice. People just come here to relax, cool off, put their feet in the stream too. So nice to come here at nighttime. During the day, it's so hot here and there's not much shade. Yeah, Ray, this stream goes on for quite a while. You can really get a workout on this if you go the whole way. It really is such a nice place. Very calming just to come here and listen to the sounds of the water. Oh, neat. There's actually a proper bridge here crossing the stream. Yeah, Tony, there are fish in this stream. I've seen them before, both large and small. So I think coming up there should be a staircase to get out of here. And we'll see how busy or not busy Myeongdong is. Here's the staircase that I'm looking for. Oh, perfect. We caught the timing of the light there just well enough. Well enough. Now it's just a short walk back to Myeongdong. Maybe like 5-10 minutes or so. I think people are starting to wrap up what they're doing now because the public transit system starts to wind down at midnight. Hey, I didn't even see this. This is a Vietnamese restaurant. It doesn't have any Korean here at all. They even have the Vietnamese font in front of that pho restaurant. I was like, whoa, that's out of place here in Korea. Yeah, pretty warm. 29 Celsius. And even the subway is winding down, the stores. It's line number 2, a very important line because it's the inner circle line for Seoul. It runs in a big circle. This is what the metro looks like. Convenience stores. They have a vending and card reloading machine there. Currently the subway fare is 1,550 Korean won per ride for the first 10 kilometers, and then after 10 kilometers they charge you more. There's also toilets available. Very clean and efficient metro system. One of the best that I've taken. There's a mall down here, but most of the places are closed. Even E-Mart 24. I don't think 24 stands for the number of hours that they're open. Okay, Myeongdong is down this way. By the way, this chain restaurant, Sada Gimbap, is one of my favorite Korean restaurants. I find their prices are very fair, and every time I walk by them, they tend to be busy. Most of it is self-service though. You have to place on a electronic computer and get your own cutlery, return your own bowls and plates and trays. Heidi Lau is here. This is also a Korean chain, a twosome place. They're known for their bingsu. Myeongdong still looks busy. We're walking towards the busier side. Warren says it's like a view from the movie Blade Runner. John259 says British supermarkets are selling some Korean food nowadays. It can be spicy. Oh, that's right. Korean food can be spicy at times, as I've learned. Sean says, I don't mind spicy food, just can't have too many noodles or anything like that. Well, I can handle spice up to a certain point, which unfortunately isn't on the level that a lot of Korean food and northern Chinese food and really like good Thai and Mexican is at. But I try to handle it the best I can. I just noticed, I think my gimbal is running out of battery. It's blinking. I'm pretty sure I charged it. Well, it's a good thing I'm almost done with the stream and these vendors are starting to wind down already. Yeah, a lot of people are packing up now. Oh, LeSean, you never had any Korean food before? You should definitely try it. And just as I said when I was walking through here earlier, this area starts winding down at like 11 p.m. John 259 says Chinese food in China, Chinese food in the US, and Chinese food in Britain are three totally different cuisines. I would have to say it depends on what kind of Chinese you're eating. I've had the Chinese cuisine in all three places. Street cart coming. Why is it so busy over here? Well, you do have all the street vendors here, the street food, a lot of shopping, and a lot of hotels here too. I think the Oreo vendor is still up. Mono asks if I like K-pop. I do like listening to it, as well as a lot of different genres of music. Much of the time I don't really pay attention to who the artist is. If the song sounds nice, I just leave it on the background. I don't really know the name of many K-pop bands. Anyway, I'm back to the area where I want to be, and I think I'm going to wind down as well. A lot of these street vendors are packing up. I want to get a drink as well. Anyway, if you enjoyed tonight's live stream from Seoul, then do me a favor, please hit that like button for me. Subscribe, and I will see you around next time. Bye everyone, take care. Signing off from Seoul, Korea. 안녕하세요. That's goodbye in Korean.